Okay, so here is my prototype mechanism. Basically, it consists of two different mechanisms. There's a release mechanism and a catch mechanism. This only has the release mechanism available. The catch mechanism has broken, but I'll at least show you how the release works. Basically, you have a tiny little post there, right? It goes up and down, and it is cut at a 45-degree angle. Therefore, when this curves over, it's going to slot into that hole. It's going to push the hole down, and then it's going to catch in there. And the way it works is that this entire catch is linked to a spring attached to this screw. So when I push down on the screw, it comes up, right? So that's how it catches naturally. It'll catch and lock in place. Now this is where this button comes in. This button is basically just a very simple 45-degree cammed angle that interfaces with another 45-degree cammed angle on this catch. And so what it does is it pushes it down essentially. I push it down forward, it pushes it down. You see that 45-degree angle there? It connects to the 45-degree cam on this button, pushing it down, and the spring returns it back to where it needs to be. Right? Hopefully that makes sense. And so when I add this extension spring and I catch it in there, it stores all that energy in there. It's locked. And then when I push the button, it releases it and it springs into action. Now it can go faster depending on the strength of the spring and how far I preload it. So I've put it here. Let's say I preload it over here. It's going to spring over much more violently. So it's caught. Press the button. And it goes over. And I'm going against gravity for about half of the travel. So if I do it sideways, it's going to be a lot faster. Springs into action. Now that's where the second cam comes into place. The exact same mechanism works here as well. Basically, when it's coming over, there's going to be another 45-degree latch connected to a spring, connected to a screw. And then when this comes over, it's going to lock here instead of locking here. All right? See how that locks here? The same thing is going to happen back there, which is why it has two buttons. One button to release it from here, and another button to release it from its, I guess, its folded position. All right? So that's how it works on this bad boy. This has the lock-in mechanism. Same concept, but this mechanism is what locks it into place. Now you see that in this case, instead of a plastic post, is actually an M4 screw that's been cut at an angle. So I don't know if you can see in there, but there's a screw. Let's see if we can focus. There's a screw in there that catches onto this hole right here. Screw catches onto that hole. So when it locks, you're going to see the button go down. And then it locks in place. So this one is the forward release system. It catches on a hook at the front. So you see this hook right here. It's got a spring inside there. It's caught by this capture screw. And when I push it into place, It's going to lock it, push it forward, and then it's going to lock it into a divot that's inside. This is the divot where the hook locks in. So when I release it, yeah, hopefully it won't smack the camera. Let me move further away. There we go. When I release it, releases just like that. So that's the folded mechanism in a nutshell. If you're interested, there's also a second system that I made. This is the flux style system. The way it works is that this actually has a metal catch, right, that hooks onto the holes. So it's got a spring that pushes it forward. When this is out of the way, it can move, but when it's caught, it cannot move. So I push this one in. There's a spring in there and kind of like a piston, a hollow piston. This pushes in, stores some energy, but then it locks. It's caught here. So all that energy is stored. So when I push the button, it releases. So those are the two systems in a nutshell. Hopefully that explains what I was doing.